Hi, my name is Victor Cho, and I'm the CEO of Grey Wolf Investing. If you've gotten to this point, it's because you already know who we are, what we do, and what is going into the process of making you a profitable investor in this opportunity. But this part right here is what I'm most excited about. This is the bread and butter of our business, attending trade shows and expos. Because you as an investor, you want to know how you're getting back your return of investment. And I'm going to explain to you in the next couple of minutes exactly how that process is done. Amazon is very strict with who is on the selling side. There has been a lot of counterfeits, there has been a lot of stolen goods, and there's just been a lot of relationships that has burned both the Amazon side of the business and the people who have bought from their platform. And so the vendors and the brands also are now taking precaution, and so they will not just sell their products to anybody. When we're going to these trade shows, we are foot on the floor, shaking the hands of the creators, the CEOs, and the mastermind behind the brand. And they want to know who they're selling to and whether or not the people that are buying their products are actually capable of carrying their brand and representing their brand in the best way possible. And so what is it that we do at these trade shows? Well, one, we let them know and meet the team that is behind the buying process. There are people from our purchasing side, our director of operation that we fly in from Bogota, Colombia, as well as myself, as well as the CEO, and so that they know who they're doing business with. The second piece of this puzzle is when we're going into negotiation, you need to go in with the ability to spend. And that is where you, the investor, actually have a competitive advantage when you join Grey Wolf Investing. We don't go in with just your buying power. We go in with the buying power of our entire client base. So when we put together an order, we can actually share with our vendors, with our brands, what we potentially can grow the relationship to. Sometimes when you talk to these vendors or brands, they don't care really how much you can spend on the first buy because they want repeating business and business that they can trust. So they want to understand why and how we're able to give them such a huge buying power. The second thing that they look forward to is whether or not we have the facility to maintain the quality of products that they entrust us with. With our 22,000 square foot warehouse, we're able to exactly do that. They will have their reps actually come to our own warehouse and vet us thoroughly to ensure that our warehouse is temperature controlled, that we're able to do the vetting process, and we're able to package their product all the way to the consumer's hand in the way that they themselves would actually deliver the products. And the third thing is when you go to these trade shows, you won't always get the relationship. And that's where you, the investor, investing with Grey Wolf Investing can trust, is that it's not a churn and burn relationship that we develop. We don't just develop it with you, we develop it with the vendors that will be supplying your store. Some of these relationships are not even able to be attained within the first conversation. Some of these relationships that we have right now has been something that we've been working on for the last 3 years. And we constantly have communications, and we go to these trade shows to show us and show them our dedication. And therefore, that is where your margins come in. In the first beginning of the relationship, you might see 10% profit margins, 15% profit margins, but the higher profit margins don't come from the volume you buy, but it's from the longevity of the relationship, which ends up securing you ultimately the best profit margins, and for us both to share that legacy. And again, thank you so much for taking the time to check these videos out. And I'll look forward to seeing you on the other side and producing you guys the profit you guys deserve.